another one, a little bit shorter track, but again, the idea is the same. The fish is staying pretty local. It's not really, moving as we would have expected later on in the season. So this is December. This tag did come off early. Tags do come off early. There's not much we can do about it. But this fish was still here in December. Here's another one. Again, this is a shorter term tag, but again, just stayed very local in the Gulf of Maine, even after tagging. Another one, quite a few months. This goes all the way to March, so presumably into the spawning season, at least for a Western fish. And again, tagged off of Portland, comes out here and just sort of, mills around off the shelf break. And then the tag pops off out here in March. Another one, again, this didn't stay on as long. We have a lot of fish that go to this area. We call it the Newfoundland Basin. So this is the Grand Banks and the Flemish Cap over here to the right. Lots and lots of fish go here and lots of tags pop off here. We don't know exactly why, but a lot of them do. Here's another one. This was a great one. This fish again was tagged here off of Maine and did its thing, went back and forth, and then the tag popped off right here, east of the Cape, sort of out towards George's. I can't tell if that's near Cultivator or where that's near, but out there on George's. Near George's, not on George's, but near George's. Another one out here in Newfoundland Basin. Another one in Newfoundland Basin. This one stayed out for a long time. So this is like a 10 or 11 month tag. Didn't go anywhere, stayed in the Gulf of St. Lawrence and then just popped off in the Newfoundland Basin. This is someone else's work. Here's another potential we call slope sea spawner. This fish traveled, again, only being able to calculate the point to point distance is a little over 13,000 miles over 10 months or so. Here's another one that goes down to the Carolinas, potentially a slope sea spawner again. This one kind of goes out south of Bermuda, southwest or southeast of Bermuda. Again, don't know why, but it's out there in August. That tag popped off in August. That fish should have been back up here. It wasn't. It was actually southeast of Bermuda. Here's another one that we tagged and it went down to the Bahamas. Unfortunately, I didn't get this tag back. It popped off and it was pinging from a beach, but we tried to go get it and my colleagues couldn't get it. Got stuck in the coral or something. Here's another one that went down to the Bahamas and then just sort of back and forth. This was a fish that was tagged in the Gulf of Maine. Here's another one that was tagged in the Gulf of St. Lawrence. Now you're going to start to see some that go a little bit further east. This is the Mid-Atlantic Ridge right here. And this fish is going to the east. This is over here on the far right. That's the west coast of Africa. This one went to Dakar. This tag popped off 20 miles off the beach of Dakar. And this one was tagged in the Gulf of St. Lawrence. Here's another one that went in the Med. So this was the first one we actually had that went in the Med, came from the Gulf of St. Lawrence, and then went right through the Straits of Gibraltar, and the tag popped off right there in the Med. Another one that went out to the Newfoundland Basin. Again, this one went down, I guess, to a Caribbean vacation spot. More in the Newfoundland Basin. Actually, no, this isn't Newfoundland Basin. This is the Azores. So here's the Azores here. Another one off of Cabo Verde. So this is off the northwest coast of Africa. Here's Morocco right there, so not far from Morocco. Another one off of Portugal, just southwest of Lisbon. Here's another one into the mid-Atlantic. It's down there in April. This is one of our first tags that went into the Gulf of Mexico. So this is a neat one. This fish was here, went all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico, turned all the way back around, milled around here, went all the way back this purple line, and popped off right here in the Gulf of St. Lawrence. So that was a really cool one. That was a round tripper. Another one into the Gulf of Mexico. And I guess that's where I'll end it. So it's been a while. It's already been like an hour and a half, so I don't want to be talking forever. And I always put this in here. You guys know this story because I've showed you a million times. But when I give these talks to the fishing seminars, I always tell everybody, good luck. This is what you're up against. That's the brain of a 600-pound bluefin. So.